Your boy Ye has gone a little further again. He had a Diddy phone call that he put out on Instagram and on Twitter. And him and Diddy had a love fest. It was a lot of love and support. And I mean, he's not guilty yet. So I kind of, feel good that he got some sort of grace, but I don't think Ye is like, I love you. You raised me, before I even met you, and I mean, everybody else kind of felt that way too about watching Puff go through this. But Puff gave him some advice, and I'll be interested to see if he follows that. Diddy told Ye, he said, when I get out there, man, I want to see you tearing down stadiums. I need to see you back on the stage, like actually rapping and performing and everything. I've been dreaming of that. He said, I want to see you actually smile, have fun, laugh, dog. He's like, you need to be enjoying this. He's trying to pull Ye back into like the sunlight instead of this dark, negative thing that he's been pushing out there. And if you're in jail, and in the worst situation you could ever be in, and you're trying to pull Kanye out of the darkness, that speaks volumes.
That's saying something too. Not just, Kanye's the only person right now that is supporting Diddy in any way, shape, or possible, other than his immediate family and his kids. So I can see why Diddy is kind of trying to give him advice and all that too, but Kanye really needs it. But is Diddy the best person to give advice?
But that's what I'm saying though. If Diddy is locked down and he's seeing that there's a darkness in Kanye and he's speaking into it, like what can you imagine what he is seeing behind bars? And Kanye is who he's giving advice to. Like he's basically saying, I'm in jail around with people I don't want to be around, but let me give you some advice. Like that's just that was crazy. I mean, it was a big conversation. He recorded it while I guess he was in the car or whatever. So you can check it out on his social media. And Kim Kardashian is still debating on going back to court. Because so when we talked about it yesterday, we left out a part. Apparently, because they couldn't decide on the song, and participating in the song, they have like basically when you have shared custody, and then you go and you can't come up to a decision, you have to go to a mediator, which is like a private judge, and you end up having to pay for that. So you basically saying we can't agree. So now we're going to go and they're going to have a stenographer and they're going to have a private judge and they're going to hear us and the judge is going to give their opinion.
Like
and
a referee.
Well,
pretty much.
It's a mediator. And I guess the judge, when Kim made her case of, hey, this is detrimental to our daughter. This is a person who's on trial for sexual trafficking, blah, blah, blah. Like, I own the name, so that can't even be part of it. But so all of this, so the judge, from what I hear, agreed and said this is something that probably shouldn't happen.
With Kim?
Yes.
Okay.
So that's when Kanye left with the advice, don't do it. And Kanye went to Twitter and dropped it and put the caption, the final decision is the man's.
What?
That's where we are now. So that means that he not only didn't listen to Kim, but didn't listen to pretty much the order from the court that said, hey, this is something that you guys either need to, let's just say if we're making a decision, no. So now she has to consider a custody fight now because she's looking at her options because the parenting decisions have to be made by her because of his unstable being.
So essentially, this song could lose Kanye custody of his kids.
She's considering a court request to strip him of his custody of the kids because he's acting out like this. Not just this song, but the whole anti-Semitism thing and blah, blah, blah. And just, it's a lot. So she, and Kim Kardashian isn't really winning a popularity contest because she's Kim Kardashian. Mm-hmm. Yesterday we were talking about it. See, Nasty was like, man, you got to realize she's still the one that we only know or knew because of a tape. Mm-hmm. So you might be mad at Kanye for doing this, but on the other side, that baby can Google mama and see mama handling business. Mm-hmm. So, so is that part. Now, I don't think that's fair because she has evolved to something else, and we don't really hear. I mean, did they strip that off the internet? I don't think it's even available or whatever.
I mean, yes, it is stripped, but you can always find anything on the internet. It's one of those things where everybody knows that that's her, pretty much her claim to fame right there. And I'm sure if you wanted to find it, you could.
I mean, I don't want to find it, but I might look. Jonathan Majors has new audio that has come about. Now, he's engaged now. He's kind of gotten past all the negativity and everything. He's trying to get back into his Hollywood swagger. And this audio, according to Rolling Stone, basically says that he admits to a lot of the aggression that he had against that girlfriend. Remember when they was running down the street and she was chasing him and all that craziness?
Yep, the reason why he lost everything.
That's the reason why he pretty much ended up down bad. And he admitted days later that he had, I didn't even know what this word meant, but aggressed his girlfriend at the time, Grace Jabari. He began saying, I'm ashamed, and then he stopped himself. He said, I've never been aggressive with a woman before. I've never aggressed a woman before, and I aggressed you. And Jabari responded to him saying, you strangled me. You pushed me against the car and you strangled me. And he said back, yes, all of those things are under aggressed. Yeah, that's never happened to me. And they basically continued to chat on this tape where she said, because I said something sarcastic that was in your eyes. And he says, well, clearly it's more than that. And he followed up with something. She followed up with something inside you. And you got to get help. And Rolling Stone said the audio recordings ended at that point, but pretty much it's saying that he admitted all of that she is saying about, I mean, I always say, if you're trying to choke a person, that's murder. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have evil in your heart to choke the life out of somebody.
And this is news to us because when all of us seen the videos that had dropped,
she was the aggressor.
It looked like she was the aggressor,
yeah.
And a lot of people, and I'm gonna be honest, I was one of them, wondered why he was seen guilty. And if he's admitting it now, then you know what? I mean, there's a lot more than just that tape.
Yeah, he went on the record saying that he has been a victim of like some sexual abuse, and his mom apologized for not being able to protect him. He said, from male family members and from female family members when he was coming up. So he's been in a dark space. So hopefully he can get out on the other side of that because Making Good is trying to make it good.
Yeah, I know.
But it's rough.
I know Michael B. Jordan just said something yesterday that he's trying to make another Creed movie with Jonathan Majors aside of him, which would be kind of the first project that he did since all of that.
Yeah, ain't nobody lining up to do a lot of work with him, so that'd be a really good look win.
Thanks for checking out our video. We really appreciate it, and I know you want some more, so make sure you hit like and hit subscribe right below.